Frantic, jingoistic space shooter Helldivers 2 is proving enormously popular thanks to its satisfying shooting, hilarious violent chaos, and the ability to name your ship stupid things.
Work harder for a brighter future.
So yes, we're all having a good time with Helldivers 2, but the Helldivers themselves are having a terrible time as they're constantly swarmed by insects and shot by robots, and are generally disposable, as there'll be another one along in a minute.
Liberty wins, and democracy raises the sword of vengeance.
But while these deaths are noble sacrifices for the glory of Super Earth, all that violent chaos can lead to another kind of death out there on the battlefield. Very embarrassing deaths that we really hope no one else in our squad saw. Here are the 7 most humiliating. Enjoy! For all the futuristic technology on display in Helldivers 2, no one has actually figured out a way to make your bullets only hurt your enemies. As such, if you do accidentally shoot your teammates, they're going to get hurt, and if you're not careful about your positioning, say by moving into a narrow corridor with enemies ahead of you, you're liable to have a deadly friendly fire accident. At least, I assume this was an accident. Someone check that guy for how many legs he has. He could be on the bug side. Of course, the good news is if you do die in the field, you can redeploy as a reinforcement in a Hellpod and blast your way straight back into the action.
Helldiver, reporting to the front!
The bad news is that those Hellpods weigh like a ton, and they're being fired by a rocket out of space directly into an area in which you're running around trying to kill things. If you can't see the issue there, well, you're also unlikely to see this coming either.
Ready to live.
That's right, Hellpods can land on you and kill you. I mean, seems obvious when you say it out loud, but still, it can come as quite a surprise when you're smashed flat into human jam. You might think Helldivers are equipped for any kind of obstacle or terrain, what with all that armor and those helmets and those capes. Probably help with speed or something.
Throwing grenade!
But one place Helldivers absolutely shouldn't go is the water, because if you're in the water above a certain depth for more than about 4 seconds, you're going to drown.
Helldiver KIA, deploying replacement.
Yeah, try explaining that to your Super Earth superiors when you get back. Oh, sorry, we lost a few Helldivers because they went paddling and couldn't handle it.
Helldiver KIA, deploying replacement.
No oxygen supply in those helmets, I guess. What do they even do? It's very important that Helldivers follow orders, otherwise it would be total chaos. I mean, even more so than usual. That's why it's fully understandable that if you stray outside of the mission area, you'll be given a warning and told to return to the battlefield.
Helldiver, you are moving outside the mission area.
What's less understandable, and more embarrassing for you if it happens, is that if you are outside the mission area for more than 10 seconds, you will be branded a traitor and then lasered from orbit, obliterating your reputation and your limbs and torso, even if you make it back to where you're supposed to be, apologizing the entire way.
They abandoned our mission and our cause. Execution was our only choice.
Harsh but fair, I'm sure they'd say. Speaking of orbital lasers, it pays to keep track of where you put yours. Yes, it's great to throw an orbital strike marker out there to deal with big crowds of enemies. But remember, these things don't fire instantly, so don't call in a strike, instantly forget you did that, and then run into the fray hoping to off a few more enemies, because this will happen.
Deploying replacement.
And that's going to have to go on your space tombstone, which is even more embarrassing. One feature of Helldivers 2 that I'm sure a lot of people have strong opinions about is the fact that if you reload your weapon without emptying the magazine first, any bullets left in that magazine will be lost. As such, Helldivers 2 tends to encourage careful, disciplined shooting and infrequent reloads, which is cool, something a bit different to your usual shooter.
How'd you like to taste of freedom?
The downside is that it can be all too easy to empty your magazine, killing some enemies, not realize it's empty, and then barrel into your next combat encounter with an empty gun, and then get murked while trying to reload.
Mag's empty.
Helldiver KIA.
This is why we need to go back to swords. Just saying. Alright Helldivers, the mission is over, the objective's complete, the extraction is called in, now all you have to do is wait for the shuttle to arrive. You're home free, right?
Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle inbound.
Wrong, because while the enemies swarming your landing spot are no picnic, there's an even deadlier threat, the shuttle itself landing on your head. Yes, the pilot warns you, and yes, it's kind of hard to miss him flying in, but honestly, in all the confusion and the eagerness to get off-world, it's all too easy to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, and then this happens. Guess they're going to be extracting me from the landing gear with a high-powered hose for the rest of the afternoon.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
So those were the 7 most embarrassing ways to die in Helldivers 2. What's the worst way you've met your maker while defending Super Earth? Let us know in the comments, and like and subscribe for more videos like this from Outside Xbox. Thanks for watching.